I'm filming by my beautiful bookshelves again, but under the door, and I just realized from editing my first video that I posted, the returning to YouTube one, is that this camera picks up the wind quite badly, so I apologize in advance for that. But today we're going to talk about recent reads, which I need my phone for, but I haven't read that many books. But I'm doing much better this year than I did last year, so I'm going to get my story graph up and running, because some of the books that I read I actually don't have on me at the moment. I've got 5 books down already. 5 books down. Let's start with the first one. So I read The Velveteen Rabbit. I've never actually read it before until now. I sold it. It's quite a popular book, so when I was a bookseller, quite a few people came asking for it, and I never actually knew what it was about. And then I actually collected a copy for someone, and I had it on hand, so I literally just sat and I read it in one day, and it was actually such a beautiful and such a cute little book. It's a kid's book. I still rated it 5 stars because it's beautiful. My star rating, I should actually talk about that first. So for me, I have a little post-it somewhere of how I explain my star ratings, and I just want to find it because the wording when I wrote that down was just really good, and that's if I can find it. I found it. I'm going to put it on the screen while I talk about it, but still, let's go from the bottom to top, or top to, anyway, let's start with 5 stars. 5 stars means I loved it, and I loved it. Like, this was the book for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I will gladly read it again and recommend it. Then 4 stars is I really enjoyed it. So it was a good book, I liked it, but it wasn't a love for me. Okay. 3 stars is it was okay. Like, nothing to write home about, nothing bad, nothing good. It was just borderline, if that makes sense. 2 stars is meh, just meh. And then 1 star is no, just no, and very likely a DNF. So those are my star ratings, and just so you know how I feel about them. It's windy again, so that's how I feel about my ratings. The wind is upsetting me, and I don't want it to catch on camera like it did last time, and I don't have a prettier place to film, and I don't want to close the door, so because I'm using the light. But yeah, so what did I read next? Oh, I finished reading Heidi. So I actually started Heidi in December, but I was annotating it, and it was taking me a lot longer to read. Heidi is an automatic 5 stars. I reread it every year, but this time was the first time I'd been annotating it. So now I have an annotated copy. And like I said, it's a 5 stars. So I read Heidi, and I absolutely loved it, and I reread Heidi every year. I do want to do a Heidi collection video, because I have like 14 copies of Heidi. So that should be fun. I actually just thought of that idea now. And then I finally have copies that I can use. Gotta find the right one, because I thought I put these in order. Then I read Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. So last year I started the Percy Jackson series. So I read Lightning Thief last year, but this year I finished this one, and I am loving it. Well, I've loved the series so far. My husband, he loves the Percy Jackson series. It's like one of his favorite series, and I've always wanted to just try it. I missed it as a child myself because I didn't pick up reading until a lot later in life. Hey Moo, can mommy throw the ball? Woo! Dropping everything. Must mommy throw the ball? You ready? Go! So my husband does have his own copies, but I wanted mine, so I actually ordered these box sets, and I love these covers. Let's see if it's going to focus for us. I absolutely adore these covers, and I think they're so pretty. I loved Sea of Monsters. I quite thoroughly enjoyed it. The first one I enjoyed too, but Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, both 5 stars. And like you guessed, I just have to throw the ball again. You ready? Go! Like you guessed, after Sea of Monsters, I read The Titan's Curse. Yes, Titan's Curse. Also, 5 stars. 5 out of 5 stars. I'm thoroughly enjoying this series, and I'm struggling to put this book down. Okay, oh, Millie, careful! Ooh. Titan's Curse was also 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this one. We saw a little bit of the Pegasus, or the Pegasi. Is one Pegasus one and multiple? I don't know. But the one that yeah. So we see the one Pegasus in a little bit in the second one, and we see a lot more of him in this one, which I quite like that he's on the cover. I quite like him. I do have some tabs, not a lot, but when I find something that I like or resonate with, I underline it and tab it. So I don't annotate, I just underline things that I want to remember. I'm not very good at doing recent read videos or reviews, but I will still talk about them and waffle away. Then, The Battle of the Labyrinth. This one, also 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. This book felt very different to me from the previous 3 because of the labyrinth. I'm not going to go into major details because I know it's probably been read by lots of people, but I still don't want to give spoilers. But the labyrinth and their like quest through the labyrinth made the book feel very different. The storyline and the pacing and the monsters, it felt very different. I felt claustrophobic reading this book, and again, 5 stars. I think I've said that already, but yes, basically all the books I've read this year have been 5 stars, and I've basically just read Percy Jackson. So I'm currently trying to get through the final book, the 5th one. Don't ask me what it's called, I actually just forgot. But I actually trying to finish the 5th one, and I want to do a different video on it completely, but I actually am stuck in a reading slump at the moment, and I think it is due to the fact that that's the final book, and I don't really want the series to end, and that's why I don't want to get through it. But one of the other things that I'm finding difficult is that there is a whole year's jump between the ending of the 4th book and the beginning of the 5th book, and I found I feel lost. I feel like I'm struggling to get into it because so much has changed and so much has happened, and I don't know what's going on. But yes, I want to do a vlog where I film myself finishing the last Percy Jackson book and trying to get out of my reading slump. And I'm quite excited for it. This is probably not going to be a very long video because like I've just gone through my recent reads. So yes, I'm very excited to finish it, but also sad at the same time. I think the sadness is majorly part of my reading slump. I've even tried picking up other books, like a standalone something, but I can't get into anything. I might just finish the Percy Jackson book so I can get some more reading done. Well, I hope you like this book. If so, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, anything, whatever your heart's desire, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.